God bless you, brothers and sisters in Christ. What's up? It's your sister Monique. I'm here December 15th, and I just have a few thoughts that I want to share with y'all. Talk to you guys for a little bit. And then, as always, pray that we can talk about it, and we'll grow, and we'll learn, and we'll get back to each other tomorrow. So, you know, I just cannot be the only one. I just cannot be the only one that notices that we're living in a culture today that doesn't think, in a society that is so, I don't want to say dumbed down because I don't want to call people dumb, but we have been blinded. We are living so just mindlessly. I notice I'm a cashier all day and I notice prices of things, and I notice a lot of things that people buy. I also notice the fact that in gas stations there's really no, um how do I even say it? Like there's nothing in that store that is not a chemical. I guess that's what I want to say. Yeah. Or just isn't full of chemicals. Even, I mean, we sell bananas, but I mean, they go bad just sitting in the store within like a couple days, real fast. But, if you do enough studies, you'll find that the banana was extinct a long time ago, and the banana we have today is a modified version of a banana. It's like a genetic seed that's been spliced. It's not even the original fruit. But most people don't think about all this stuff. We literally will spend $4 on a small bottle of water, real quick at the gas station, and $8 on a piece of Reese's cups, a 6-piece or something. I mean, it's seriously close to $10 at my store to get a king size Reese's. I don't ever remember a time in history that candy and water have ever been so expensive. Even chips are ridiculously expensive. And while this used to be a really fun luxury to just splurge on random snacks, it's now extremely expensive too. So it's really, really should make you pause and think about if you really need it anymore, the things that we think we want. I'm a little bit more particular about spending money on food because this act actually affects our whole entire body, our nervous system, our mind, our thoughts, our emotions, and our actual physical health, our overall well-being. And I just think that it's crazy how we don't think about food. Like, we don't even think about food in our culture today. Or about how that one little bottle of water that we buy for like $4 is not sustainable. It's not financially sustainable, and that water is not even enough. I don't know. Just it feels like a really lonely world at 32 years old. Like, the only people I feel like get my mindset are like older people that were alive back in the day, quote unquote, and know how different everything is today. Like, people my age, I don't really even relate to, and people younger are even more like they have no idea of a world outside of what they have experienced. But I noticed basically if we get a few little items that we purchase that's way overpriced, we tend to feel like we're having a good day. Or whatever we end up buying with the money that we have, it makes us feel like it's a good day. When we work tirelessly at these jobs that hardly sustain our day to day living, in reality, some work the majority of their lives just to have more money. They will literally get two jobs and work all the hours that they have awake just to get more money. Maybe their goal is to have a savings account that's comforting to them. But that money, it's not a good God. Money is not a good God. Well, what are we really after in life? I wonder today anymore if we even know. Like if people genuinely know what they want, what they're after, what their total outlook and picture of life is. Just bigger dreams and goals. Some people today might want a family, some people pets, and some really like AI. But all people are clinging to something in this world. The truth is that this world is really hard to be in. And furthermore, it's not even natural to be alone. And a lot of people are alone. We were originally created with plants, animals, and family. That was our original creation, which is why this is our original affection. But the devil has perverted everything, and so today we idolize phones, screens, Hollywood. We're sadly just mind controlled by the masses. It's so rare to meet somebody with spiritual eyes and a heart rhythm for God, but we are out here. We are alive and we do exist. In this day and age, everything is just seeking pleasures. I remember talking to my sister one day and she said, "Why wouldn't you want things that make you happy?" The question isn't, do I want joy? The question is, what brings joy to me? If I always find my greatest joy in the Lord, then I want for nothing because He fulfills me. I don't crave to just fill a void. And the longing that I have today is for more of God. That's what I find joy in. That's what I long for. That's where my heart is. Where's your heart? What do you long for? What brings you the greatest joy? See, putting anything or anyone ahead of God is dangerous because everything can change in a moment. It seems obvious, but it's important to realize that even we ourselves change. Our taste buds change, our likes change, our dislikes, our styles, our mindsets, our goals, our viewpoints. It all changes. But God stays the same. He's the only one that stays the same. God is the foundation that we need to build on and stand on. So we're not just tossed around with the wave of every doctrine, and we're not just unstable in all our ways. We need this right now. This world is in rapid decay. As AI is being connected on this super satanic interwoven grid, we are in the dead center of this crushing period in our history. Everything is switching and upgrading so fast to a new digital age, it's astonishing. With computer grid battery operated cars and smart grid surveillance houses controlled by AI, from the temperature of the house to the door being locked or unlocked to the window curtains being open or unopened. Even the robot house vacuum has cameras that map out your entire house. If they can just tell us one day that we have to wear a mask to participate in society, then why can't they just tell us any day they want to that we must use our phones or we cannot participate in society either? And that's the only way we pay. And then from there, they say you have to have a mark in order to participate. And that's the only way that you can. It's painstakingly in our faces that we are rapidly approaching the Revelation chapter, if not just experiencing the unfolding and unraveling of it currently. They already give us fake chemical food, and we literally eat it, and it is literally approved by a drug industry that it's okay to feed us as food. And this food and drug industry is only going to get worse. We buy this garbage that they feed us even though we know good and well that it isn't even food. We're given not only the label with all the ingredients on it that are not food, they're not edible, and they're toxic even, but we also have a God-given inner sense of truth that's inside of everyone. If you've never tasted a homegrown vegetable versus a store-bought vegetable, you really need to. It's incredibly different. Family in Christ, the food today is plastic. And we're not doing anything about it. We just continue to eat it, share it, and buy it for others. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I'll buy somebody a candy bar, and I think it's a nice thing. But I mean, realistically, I know it's not good. I think that's why God says, if you're willing to give your kid good gifts, how much more willing am I to give you goodness? That's not exactly what it says, but I'm trying to I'm trying to say the text in other words, but basically we don't give each other real good things. We try, but it's very hard to be in society today. Everything is so rapid paced and everything is fake and food is sprayed and colors are sprayed and people are frail and hurt and families are broken and society's broken and people are all on prescriptions. It is a hard society, a hard time, it is definitely a hard period of time that we're going through right now. We honestly can't even comprehend the level of damage that it's truly doing to our bodies and minds. This food, what they potentially spray in the air, what they do with sound waves, what they do in all their little tests for all their little mind control and predictive programming and all the little things that they try to do that are military operations against us. We can't even comprehend. we can't if we can't comprehend the things of God, we're not gonna be able to comprehend I don't think we comprehend more than we only see everything through partially. But I mean, God's upholding us and sustaining us through everything that's going on, and it's pretty miraculous that our bodies are even alive, even though they are getting rapid paced diseases and illnesses and allergies and skin issues and just mental illness. I mean, they put mind altering chemicals in food. Like they put mood stabilizers and just hormone blockers. They put all this different types of stuff in food to mess with us, to control us, to experiment on us. I mean, it's crazy. It's sick. But I mean, the god of this world is the devil. And when you know that there's wicked principalities, that there's evilness in high places, that there's, I mean, the father of lies that's governing this world, then it becomes obvious that you are in a battlefield, like that you are walking through the valley of the shadow of death, that this is an unsafe place to be. I mean, with the devil lurking after people seeking whom he can devour, I mean, that's a dangerous place to be. But when you know that it's the devil, when you know that it's evil, then it makes everything so clear and so easy to see through the truth of the gospel. When you shine light on darkness, it exposes it. My hope is to be a light everywhere that I go. And I just, in this day and age, it's just like so hard to just keep shining light sometimes. Like, it's hard to not just, because they say that evil, corrupts good, right? And bad fruit corrupts good fruit, or bad company corrupts good. All of those things. And this society is built off of being angry, suicidal, lustful, lawless, hateful, and greedy. And being around that all the time, it can be very draining. God teaches us to be thoughtful, loving, gentle, giving, truthful, and self-controlled. So it's just drastically opposing to society at large. And thank God that I do have fellow believers that can speak life and encourage me, because we're encouragement to each other. And we edify each other. Iron sharpens iron. But being around a person that doesn't have the Spirit of the Lord, that hasn't been reborn, that can't see, that can't hear, it's like, it's just, it's a very, it's a very noticeable experience when you're around a believer versus not a believer. It's very, it's very draining. The more pride that somebody has, it fills them with selfishness, and it makes a stone heart. Being around stone hearts all the time, you know, it can be a little sad. I'm not I'm not saying I don't love them less. I love people. I love the people that are angry or suicidal or lustful or lawless or hateful or greedy. I still love them. And I still want great things for them. Don't get me wrong, but it's definitely hard to be in this world at this time. With God, all things are possible. And every day He's strengthening me. You know, while pride is a reflection of, a major lack of God, it's just really good to be, it's really good to be under God and have a heart of flesh again and break through that pride. Humility speaks truth. That's love, shatters brick walls. Well, I pray you have a good evening. These are just some things that have been on my mind today. How are you doing in your day-to-day life? How does it feel to be alive today for you? What do you think about this rapid increase in AI? How do you feel about living in the book of Revelation? I love you all so much, brothers and sisters in Christ. God bless you. Till next time, peace.